Good evening, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Usually this is the time that high school football players start to train for the upcoming fall season. For his Spark head football coach Ross Foose says this is a challenging time for conventional training, but they still try to get it done.
We got some guys, obviously, that aren't in spring sports and things like that. And when that happens, you can really start to pick it up there in April and May with your conditioning for football. And then obviously when June hits, June, July, and beginning of August are huge, not only with the weightlifting and the conditioning part, but now, you're able to go out and do 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, play different teams. And really, by the time the season rolls around, the first game, you're really ready to rock and roll, so to speak. But now, you're right, it's just a huge unknown. I think, we've set up Google Classrooms for all the classes, and I set one up for our football team just to, share information if need be. I told guys if they have good workouts or find something fun that they're working out to do, post that in there just to kind of keep everybody together, kind of keep everybody, on the same page, know that we're in this together and for each other. And you're right, I have no idea, what the summer is going to bring. So if we're not able to go out and do things in the summer, those guys are going to have to be able to stay in condition, stay in form, and in that Google Classroom, I'll be able to send out, plays, playbooks, and different things like that. But, hopefully we'll even have a season. I know some people were saying, we're not going to be able to do anything in June and July, which, we don't know right now if we will or won't. But I'm just hopeful that we'll have a season at this point.
The Indiana boys senior all-star basketball roster has been announced for the squad that will hopefully battle the Kentucky seniors in early June. Just a couple of Southern Indiana players made the roster. Bossy big man Kieran Powell, who's headed to Houston, made the team, as well as Jeffersonville guard Trey Coleman. He will play college basketball for Steve Alford at Nevada. Heritage Hills head coach Nate Hawkins will be an assistant on the Indiana team. Ryan Osborne of Carmel is the head coach. Purdue men's basketball coach Matt Painter says center Matt Harms intends to play his final collegiate season at another school after entering the transfer portal. The 7'3" Harms averaged 9 points and 5 rebounds with 2 blocks last season with the Boilermakers, but Harms lost his starting job last season after suffering a hip injury in December. As expected, Louisville forward Jordan Nwora has announced on social media that he will enter the NBA draft. The 6'7" Nwora was selected to the Associated Press All-American third team as a junior, and his decision to turn pro is expected after limited participation in last year's NBA Combine because of a knee injury. Back to Purdue, the Boilermakers will host Indiana State in a non-conference basketball game on November 13th at Mackey Arena. Tip time and television designation will be announced at a later date. Purdue owns a 29-4 all-time advantage against the Sycamores, last defeating Indiana State on December 18th of 2010, a 65-52 decision in Indianapolis. IndyCar has adjusted its schedule again because of the coronavirus pandemic. The doubleheader at Detroit, scheduled for the end of May, has now been canceled. IndyCar will make up the 2 dates by hosting doubleheaders at both Iowa Speedway and Laguna Seca in California. Stay tuned, we'll have more WJTS 18 news right after this.